I recommend having a bolster or a block towards the foot end of your mat because we're going to have the pelvis elevated on a block. We're going to have a strap holding us in a butterfly position, and where the hips are elevated. For some people, the feet cascading towards the floor is a lot on the hips. So just have it handy. I think it can be really helpful. And the hips are going to get a stretch even if the feet are elevated. All right, so here you need your strap. If you don't have a strap, just mimic it with me. But a strap is going to really help you get deeper into the stretch. Make a giant circle when you've got your strap. And I'll give you a moment to kind of get that. Okay. All right, so you're actually going to take the back of the strap, not the buckle end, but the back of it around your body so you are inside the loop. So I put it around my back. Yeah. All right, so once you're in the loop, come into your Baddha Konasana, your butterfly shape. So bottom of the feet together, knees are out. This extra loop in front of you, you're going to slide over the pinky side of the feet. So now my legs and my hips are connected as one. But it's pretty loose, so if you need a little bit more, let's tighten that up. But not so tight because we need to lay down still. So if you went a little too tight, you can always loosen it up a little bit. All right, so we're going to place the block under the pelvis. I've been playing around with this one. I think the easiest way to do it is just to kind of flop into it. So let me show you where we're going before you come onto the floor so you don't get stuck. I'm going to roll down. I'm going to slide the block underneath my hips so then it's there, and then the legs are going to find the floor. So that's what I meant. Like my feet probably aren't even anywhere close to the floor, so I'm going to want my bolster there. So I'm going to pull my bolster in so it can catch my feet because that could just be helpful. Then so here's how I'm going to do it if I'm using the bolster for the feet. So if your feet aren't touching the floor, you're going to want something under the feet because otherwise it's going to be a lot. So I'm going to start with my feet on the bolster. I'm in my position. I'm going to have the block. Now I'm going to roll back, slide the block under my pelvis, and the bolster is there for my feet. And now I can just relax. So I told you a little precarious to get into, but oh my God, is it going to be a good hip stretch when you get it? All right, so once you have everything through the lower half, you can stay as is. Feel that through the hip flexors and the inner thighs. Does that not feel amazing? But if you want to, we're going to add in an upper body stretch. So take your arms overhead and then kind of wiggle from your waist up, everything over towards the left. So you've got this nice hip stretch, and then you're also in this half banana upper body shape. And I know you miss your yin, so this is a short yin class to come right into it. So just let the hips melt. Come back to your breath. Let the arms soften if you went into the overhead half banana. I think this one feels so good. Let everything soften. Let go of tension and stress within the body. And see if you can't deepen or lengthen your breath to really fall into this state of relaxation. Notice too if you're tensing in the hips to hold the shape, and if it's a lot, grab that bolster or block to place under the feet so you can let the knees soften and you can let the strap and the bolster and the block hold you in the shape. If you added the upper body, wiggle yourself now over towards the right. So just coming to the opposite side in this half moon shape, half banana shape. And take another deep breath where you are. And slowly wiggle your body back to center. Now, here's how we're going to get out of it. Reach down to the strap and where it's connecting at your thighs and grab hold of the strap. Use your arms to gently, and I suggest moving really slowly after the hip flexors were open that much, but use the arms to pull the feet in. From here, you can slide the feet out and then just set yourself right up for imitation legs up a wall. The hips are already elevated and just come right into this nice supported inversion. Let the legs extend. If it feels more comfortable to have the knees bent, feel free to do that. If you prefer to take the legs wide, but I feel like we did a lot in the hips, so I'm going more traditional here. Might feel nice to kind of circle through the feet and the ankles after they were bound. Maybe a couple in each direction or a gentle point and flex. And then slowly bend your knees. Let your feet find the floor. If their bolster's still in the way, kind of scooch that out. And then lift your hips just enough to slide the block out from underneath of you. Let your pelvis find ground. And then just gently windshield wiper the knees side to release there. And whenever your legs fall off to one side, let them come all the way off to that side. And press yourself up to a more comfortable seated posture. And from there, we move the strap off your body. And we're just going to counter that with a really nice forward fold. So for this one, it can be really helpful to have a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, it might also be really nice to kind of scooch up against the wall so the wall will hold you. But I am a big fan of the bolster kind of catching the forehead. So if you don't have a bolster, a couch cushion or something that you have available in your house too can be really handy. So the legs will be about hip distance for the bolster. Feel free to take the legs wider or closer if that feels more comfortable for you. I just have my bolster here at an angle so it can catch my forehead just to kind of get how far it should be. But allow yourself to hinge forward from the hips first so you feel a little bit of compression through the front of the hips after that intense opening we just enjoyed. And then from there, let the rest of the spine round and come onto your bolster. Arms can be however's comfortable. I like to just lazily rest them on my legs, but find what works for you. Soften through the feet, soften through the legs. And fold as deeply as feels comfortable, but do keep in mind that we're going to be here for a couple minutes, so usually 60% of your range of motion capacity is good for that. It's not your deepest stretch. And again, once you're there, fall right back into your breath. And take 2 more deep breaths here. And to come out of this, I like to place my hands on the top of my bolster next to my temples, and then use my arms to assist as I restack the vertebra one at a time to come up to sit more erect. And then you can set the bolster off to the side. It can be really nice here to just lean back and wiggle the legs as you bring the body back into its rebounding to its more neutral position. And then whenever you are done, that's it. A quick little yin session to refresh the full body. When we were on the floor, we did the front and side bodies, and then we finished with the back body. So a nice quick way to get the entire body with yin. Thank you so much for joining me for your practice, and until next time, be well.